Do you feel like you're constantly chasing people who don't appreciate you? Maybe you're texting, calling, or making an effort, but it feels like you're getting nothing in return. It's frustrating, isn't it? What if I told you that when you stop this pattern, incredible changes will happen in your life? The moment you stop trying to gain the attention or affection of those who aren't invested in you, your whole world can shift. It's not about giving up on relationships. It's about recognizing your own worth and letting go of the energy you've been pouring into people who will never value it once you stop. You'll start to see how much better your life can get, how much lighter you feel, and how your emotional world begins to change. When you stop, that's when things really start to get interesting. You've probably been there before, giving your time, energy, and emotions to people who just don't seem to care. Maybe it's a friend who always cancels plans, or a romantic partner who doesn't show the same level of interest or effort that you put in. We've all experienced this in one form or another. It's easy to ignore the signs at first, telling ourselves that maybe things will get better, or maybe they just need more time. But deep down, we know the truth. These relationships are one-sided. The more we chase after people who aren't really invested in us, the more we end up draining ourselves without getting anything back. But when you stop chasing these people, something powerful happens. You begin to shift your focus. Stop wasting your time and start prioritizing yourself. And that's when the real change begins. When you stop trying to prove your worth to people who don't care, you make room for healthier connections, deeper happiness, and more fulfillment in your life. It's a game changer, and it's something everyone deserves to experience. Once you stop chasing, something amazing starts to happen. You begin to realize your own worth. When you stop trying to gain approval from people who aren't emotionally available or don't give back what you put in, you start to see just how much you've been undervaluing yourself. It's like a switch goes off, and you realize you've been giving so much of your energy to others while neglecting your own happiness and personal growth. You stop looking for validation from people who don't appreciate you, and instead you start focusing on yourself. You put your energy into the things that make you happy, the things that help you grow as a person, and the things that bring you joy. You no longer need anyone else's approval to feel good about yourself. As you begin to put yourself first, you'll see how much better you feel and how much more confident and fulfilled you become. It's a powerful realization. When you stop chasing, you start living for you. When you stop chasing, you experience something truly powerful. Emotional freedom. All those emotional burdens and stresses you've been carrying around start to lift. Chasing after people who don't care leaves you feeling drained, overwhelmed, and stuck in an endless cycle of disappointment. But when you let go, you give yourself the space to breathe. You no longer have to worry about trying to keep up with people who don't appreciate your efforts. Instead, you start enjoying peace of mind and emotional balance. Think about someone who's been stuck in a toxic friendship, constantly giving more than they receive. After they stop chasing, they feel lighter, like a weight has been taken off their shoulders. They finally realize that they don't need to keep pouring into a relationship that doesn't bring them joy. The emotional freedom that comes from stopping the chase allows them to focus on things that truly matter and give them the emotional energy they deserve. It's like opening the door to a brighter, calmer future where you're in control of your own peace. As you let go of the people who don't care, your relationships start to change in the most positive way. You stop settling for people who don't appreciate you, and you begin to attract those who genuinely value and invest in you. When you stop chasing, you create space for healthier connections. Relationships where both sides give and take, where both people make the effort to stay connected and support each other. Letting go of the unbalanced ones opens up room for people who truly care, people who show up for you in the way that you show up for them. It's like you've cleared away the clutter, and now the people who really deserve your time and energy are able to enter your life. These new connections feel different. They're not exhausting or draining, but uplifting and fulfilling. You'll notice that the people who stick around are the ones who see your worth, who appreciate you for who you are, and who want to invest in building something meaningful with you. The moment you stop chasing, you begin to surround yourself with the kind of relationships that truly bring you joy and support. When you stop chasing people who don't care, something incredible happens. You begin to focus on your own personal growth, with your energy no longer being wasted on unreciprocated efforts. You finally have the time and mental space to invest in the things that truly matter to you. You start putting your energy into your passions, your career, and your personal goals. Instead of feeling stuck or drained, you begin to move forward with purpose and direction. Imagine someone who has been chasing after a friendship or relationship where they're not appreciated. Once they stop, they redirect that energy into something that excites them. Maybe they start a personal project they've always dreamed of, or they finally focus on their career goals. Suddenly they see progress, not just in their goals, but in their sense of fulfillment. They're no longer looking for validation from others. They're building something for themselves, something that makes them proud. When you stop chasing, you stop letting others hold you back, and you begin to move toward a life filled with growth, achievement, and purpose. When you stop chasing people who don't care, you begin to find peace and happiness in yourself. The emotional drama that comes with trying to gain the attention or affection of someone who isn't invested in you starts to fade away without that constant stress and uncertainty. Your life becomes much more peaceful and content. You no longer feel caught up in the emotional ups and downs of unbalanced relationships, and instead you find a sense of calm that allows you to enjoy the little things more. With less emotional turmoil, you start experiencing more joy in your daily life. You realize that true happiness doesn't come from seeking approval or love from others, it comes from within. As you embrace this new way of thinking, you become a much happier and more fulfilled version of yourself. You're no longer chasing something that's out of your reach. Instead, you're creating a life that brings you the peace and happiness you deserve. When you stop chasing people who don't care, your life starts to change in ways you might not have imagined. You begin to understand your own value, and your emotional burden lightens. You attract healthier, more fulfilling relationships, and start focusing on your personal growth. The peace and happiness you find within yourself becomes the foundation for a more contented life. It's a journey of letting go of the toxic patterns and realizing that you deserve better, and start investing your energy in those who truly value and respect you. Focus on the people who appreciate your worth and contribute to your happiness. Remember, self-respect is key. It's the first step to transforming your life into one that is full of positivity and fulfillment. When you respect yourself enough to stop chasing what doesn't serve you, you open the door to everything you've been longing for.